What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonsted, New Hampshire. Oh, let me do this real quick because I did a quick live to test something last night and it didn't friggin' work. So apparently, my Facebook connection and StreamYards aren't getting along right now. So we are live on YouTube, but I'm sharing that link to Facebook. So everything should work out well. Share this. Da da da. Come on. There it is. Share. Copy. Hit that over there. Tonight show. Paste. Done. Post. All right. So everybody can just click that and we'll be good to go. So tonight's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say, guys? Uncle Steve, amazing person, amazing line of seasonings. 17 now, absolutely phenomenal seasonings. The new Mi Amigo has landed. And guys, it is out of this world. To the point of it could be the new base from here on out on my stuff. It's that damn good. Not an overpowering jalapeno to it, but just enough kick, sweetness in the front end, a little bit of a burn on the back end. Fantastic. Always the freshest ingredients. You place an order, your order is getting mixed that week. So you're always getting the freshest. It's never sitting around. The sauce with no name, incredible. Customer service, top notch. He answers the phone. He answers the emails. He'll even call you if he's got some questions. So check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and on Facebook, the Uncle Steve Shake Nation for all the latest and greatest updates. Uncle Steve shakes them on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job. The meat selection, fantastic. Custom cuts available. If you're looking for something he doesn't have, he can get it for you. Got your seasoning and everything, competition and weekend warrior stuff. Got you covered there. Seasonings, rubs, smoky wood products now. Freshest produce brought in daily. And feeling hungry? Gabriel's mom's behind the counter cooking up some of the freshest Mexican cuisine you've ever had in your life. Sit down, grab a plate, sit down, talk to the boys, talk you. Just kick back and relax. Let the worries of life out in the parking lot. But check them out. All social medias are Joe's Meat Market or Joe's Meat Market TX. And remember, guys, Joe's Meat Market for the win. All right, let's see. Bat, Dutch, Tim Rogers, what's up? Matt Pereira, Big Rome. Big Rome, you found me, I think. We're having a little issue with Facebook. And StreamYards aren't getting along today. But we'll figure that all out. But we got it all shared out to Facebook. So, guys, the road to the Jack continues. I'm excited to talk to these guys. Another New England team. Get your Google translators ready for the accents here, boys and girls. Guys, please welcome Jeff and Jared from Waypoint Bbq. What's up, fellas?
Hey, Johnny.
Thank you guys for taking your time. I appreciate it. Gonna sit here and tell the story on. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Got a sip. There we go. All right. Waypoint Bbq in the house, representing another team representing New England down at this year's Jack Daniels Invitational. So, guys, how we always started out to learn a little bit about Yiz. So, I guess, Jeff, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, how you, from being in New England, got into competitive barbecue.
Well, we just started during COVID. We all had smokers, and we all been friends for years. Excuse me. And COVID was coming to an end, and we started cooking. And I was down in Texas working. I ordered a Lone Star. I sent that up. Then I got a 640 Yoda. So we had a whole bunch of gear, and we tried it out at Hogs for Heroes, and been there ever since. We RGC'd that one, our first comp coming out of the gate, and then it took over.
Nice. So you got bit early.
Yep.
Got that first one. Got the competition lady got her hooks right in.
Yep.
Oh,
set them deep, brother. You set them deep.
Now, what about you, Jared? Kind of the same deal, or?
Yeah, I mean, when I got married, actually, my wedding gift from my wife was a Weber Smoky Mountain. So I messed around with that for a little bit, and then Jeff and I we're related through marriage. So
okay.
Like I said, we've known each other for forever. But,
only by infection.
Yeah, there you go. But he had a Traeger, and COVID hit, and I'm like, man, I need something to do with COVID going on. So I went out and I bought a Traeger, and loved it. And then him and I started talking. At first we were talking about a food truck. And then, we kind of going down that, rabbit hole and realizing, maybe we don't want to do that right away. And he came up with the idea of competing, and I'm like, yeah, all right, screw it. Everybody thinks they cook great barbecue. And then, we start doing our research. And like you said, we went to the Hogs for Heroes a couple of years ago, RGC'd behind Matt, who you mentioned earlier. We've become pretty good friends with Matt, but that's really when it hit us, and here we are today,
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So, everything kicked off in COVID. Jesus Christ. COVID. I think I'm getting allergic to saying that fucking word.
No shit.
So, how'd you guys settle on the name Waypoint Bbq?
Well, I've been sailing offshore my whole life, and Waypoint is a chart, is a point, a destination that you set for a course. You know what I mean? You're gonna lay in a waypoint, and that's the direction you head. And I like the name. Jared liked the name. Bruce liked the name, and we named it Waypoint.
Simple as that. Nice, easy logo, and beautiful.
Yeah, who doesn't like a compass rose, right?
That's it. It's classic. It's the one thing that's been around since the beginning of time, really.
That's it, brother.
Right? That's right.
North, south, east, west, and everything in between. That's fire
right
it up
there,
in the. Yeah, there it is. Oh, so that's good. That's good. So, all right, you've been sailing, into boats. You got any equipment on the boat?
No, I don't have it anymore. I was down in Florida when she went aground. There was a big northeaster up here, and a 50-footer hit me. I had a 36-footer, and a 50-footer ran over me, crushed cut my line and set her ashore. And actually, we were on the Weather Channel. It was the first boat ever on the bridge. Put me right up on the bridge.
Holy
So
shit!
you know, there's no more boat. Just barbecue. Barbecue's too expensive, brother. You know that. There ain't nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's probably
Shut
right
up,
up there with it's probably right up there with the price of everything that goes along with the
I
boat.
think it's a little more. Ask my wife. I think it's a little bit more.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Dan, what's happening? Let's see. So you RGC'd the first competition. Then did you guys kind of stay consistent, or did you have the
What did we do, Jared?
what the hell what the hell just happened?
we went
Last
up
week was so easy.
I mean, you know, we did a few comps the first year. That one was great. You know, we did a couple nebs. You know, we did a couple one meets. You know, chicken wings. We always kicked ass, and you know, we got first place in our first like 3 or 4 chicken wing comps, and you know, we did a bunch of nebs, and then we went up to Cora up in Maine for a KCBS, and we got our fucking asses kicked. And you know, we literally got shit on. If you ask Jeff, he, you know, but that's a different story. But
ass handed to us.
Yeah, we did. We got our asses handed to us. So it kind of, you know, it brought us back down to life.
We took a beating.
Yeah, we sure did. And you know, it kind of brought us down. But you know, we didn't get discouraged or anything. You know, you get back to it. You cook what you can cook. You know, we did some research. We took some classes, and you know, tweak everything for what we need. You know, we don't use anybody's specific recipe. We kind of learn parts from different people and made it our own. You know, and you know, it seems to be working for us right now. So that's what our plan is going forward. You know.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you got the team of 3 now. Does everybody, you know, work together, or do you guys each take a specific protein, or do you all just come together on all 4 meats?
Jared and I do all the cooking and the cutting. Bruce will tend to pit. Once we won the RGC, I sold all the gear, and I went down to Georgia and I ordered a custom bubba from Lonnie Smith down there, 250 gallon on a trailer with a rib box on the back, and that's what we started competing with. So Bruce runs the pit. It's a traditional, you know, reverse flow. And Jared and I do all the cutting, the seasoning, and the cooking. And then Bruce runs the boxes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm a vegan. Have you guys ever smoked lettuce? Trust me, it's to die for. I've never smoked lettuce. I've grilled lettuce, but I have smoked cabbage, and it's fantastic. You guys ever play with the greens other than in the bottom of the box?
No, just weed.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I don't believe that. Hey, Johnny, I didn't even know what 420 was.
It's all right. You don't need to know what 420 is. Just don't miss the 922. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we learned that lesson too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Tim, learning more from failure than success. Very true. Very true. And you know, and I've said it before, and I said it when I had Tim on. You know, when I was up in Cora last year, you know, I thought, you know, my cook was pretty decent. And Tim came up to me, and you know, we were trying each other's stuff, and he was different than anybody else. He went, I'm here and waiting for him to tell me what he thought. And the first thing out of his mouth was, where do you think this is? And he took me by surprise. He goes, ooh. Wasn't expecting that one, but he made,
Self-evaluation.
yeah, he threw you on the mat. You know what I mean? And it was a great thing. I go, honestly, I could have took the pork a little further. He goes, yep, it's a little tight. And, things like that. But, you guys run into anybody on the circuit when you first started that did something like that for you?
Nah, we were, well, I will tell you, the first night, Jared doesn't remember much of the first night, but the second night, however,
It's all your fault anyway.
Kim Stanfield. What was the president's name of Nebs? Kim Stanfield. You
Yes.
remember her? She
Bbq.
She came by and she come by and said to us, only put what's great, what you think is the best in the block. She was cool. She spent a little bit of time with us, and other than that, we don't really. We're not. I guess you could say we're not social butterflies, like we kind of stay to ourselves, have a couple cocktails. We're there to compete. I really don't want to make friends. you got to make friends, but right, Jared?
Yeah, hey, we have enough fun in our own little circle every time. Not that we push people away. Everybody's welcome to us. We just don't. Yeah. We don't just spread our wings and go anywhere.
Brandon's a good friend of ours. Ken's a good friend. Matt Pereira. Everybody's friendly. We just stay to ourselves. We're there to compete. We spend a lot of money doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ken, what's up, brother? Big D, Dave, what's happening? I smoke romaine for our signature Caesar salad. Well, I didn't have the Caesar salad when I was up. I'm gonna have to come visit you again, Dave. Dave runs the new fancy bar and grill up on Weirs Beach.
Oh, nice.
Barbecue restaurant. Used to be the old Crazy Gringo. If you're familiar with Weirs, it's the same building. They bought the Crazy Gringo and opened a barbecue place. Incredible. I was up there a couple weeks ago. Awesome. And Simon, what's happening, brother? I just got sidetracked by your Caesar salad. What are you guys doing to me? Jeez. So you bring the party, you let the party come to you.
Yeah. I mean, we're not.
Do our own thing and just try to make it work. Have a good time.
Nice. So through the years, you obviously started with COVID.
Well, we're new. We only been competing 2 years.
2.5, yeah.
2.5 years. Other than the obvious, you got a favorite moment in those 2.5 years of competing, other than the Jack?
That one. Connecticut was fun. We got our first 700.
Yep.
That was big for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was the week after.
Brandon got the GC on that.
Yeah.
What's that, bro?
And that was the week after the CBA. It was kind of funny in Connecticut. We were walking up to awards, and this guy Jeff, he goes, "Man, I just hope we're not one-hit wonders." You know what I mean? And he would go with we got a 702 or whatever we got, and it was like, "All right, hey man, we're the real deal." This isn't a luck thing. You work hard and you get good results usually if you work hard and you stick to your program and you focus on what you can control. That's something that we say to each other all the time. Tunnel vision, focus on what we can control, not what everybody else is doing, not who's competing, not who's, doing drumsticks or thighs or whatever. We cook our program and that's what we stick to. And, what's funny is we always say, man, I hope we win, but our food sucks. You know what I mean? You never want to like your food going into the into the results. You always want to say, food sucks. So, whatever.
Are you got what kind of methods you guys use? Are you guys more of a low and slow, hot and fast, somewhere in between, depending on the protein?
I'd say
No,
we're probably
we do the same temp. We run 275, 300. Even our drum, we don't run over 300. You know, just 275, 300. I don't know if that's technically fast or slow, but
yeah, I think the numbers are kind of blurred nowadays with whatever, but I think that 275 is considered starting the low end of the hot and fast.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know. All right, so it's pretty much the average. That's cool. That's cool. So, all right, let's go to that day. All right. 4th of July weekend, 2024. You show up, you get set up, you're ready there, you got the mind frame to compete. You're ready to do run your program, how you guys do it week in, week out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was the first CBA in New England, automatic for the Jack. You know, you had a couple extra heavy hitters came up north from Texas.
that we did.
Now we have heavy hitters in New England to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is what I tell everybody, you know, barbecue in New England. Those guys, laugh, shake your head, laugh, joke. We got some cooks.
Mm-hmm.
We got some cooks. You know, so we had a whole field of heavy hitters ready to go, and especially for the automatic for the Jack. You know, you're getting the best out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling no punches. They're coming out full bore. Was there any, I don't know, nervousness, or just it is what it is? We're gonna cook.
No, we just kind of, what we said in the beginning. It'd be really cool to hear your name, hear your song. Thank you for that, Mr. Pereira. I know you're listening.
Yeah, I mean, and we didn't, we just said to ourselves, we're not going to change what we're doing just because it's CBA. You know what I mean? We went in, just cooking our program, controlling what we can. That weekend was a little hectic. Matt came up with the CBA, a little later in the game, and Jeff was like, "Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this." I'm like, "Okay." So, I'm doing this, and then I forgot my wife was actually away that entire weekend. At the time we had a 3-month-old baby that he had to come to the competition with us, and he might have been our good luck charm. I don't know, but so we're taking care of him. We're cooking. The night before the competition, they did this big potluck.
Yeah.
We put out what Jeff, 200 clam cakes, 140 stuffies. I mean, we're doing all this extra stuff before, you know what I mean? And which was really cool because you had all those guys from Texas and everywhere that had never really had that type of food. So it was really cool to cook for them. And we met Bill Purvis, which was cool. What a great guy. You know what I mean? What a great guy. I talked to him for a while. And but no nervousness. I mean, we treated it just like any other competition. Regardless of, the sanctioning body. I think it was just, like I said earlier, just control what you can control and, put your best food out there that you can.
Nice. So let me rewind here just a second. You had your 3-month-old son out there with you?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think that's the youngest competitor of all time.
There you go. I mean, he had the onesie.
You brought the term stardom early to a
fucking
whole nother level, brother.
Yep, fucking A. Why not?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That
is great. So, you guys just had the regular thing. You had nothing else going on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe it was a good thing. It kept our mind relaxed or busy. One of the two, whatever way you want to look at it like that.
Wow.
we're lucky to have, great support systems from, our wives and families at home. So, my wife was away, but, Jeff's wife, Mel, and others were there to help take care of, my baby while, we were doing, the important barbecue stuff. But, it all worked out. It was great having him there, so, and he'll be down at the Jack. So you never know. Hopefully he's our good luck charm,
Oh, that'll be fantastic. That'll be fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you had your cook. Obviously, there was some weather that came through that weekend. But,
of course, there was weather. Matt was there.
Matt was there. That's
Hurricane Matt.
Hurricane Matt. Oh, that's what I'm going to say every time I call him now. Is this Hurricane Matt? Fuck you, Mags.
That's what you ought to introduce him as.
Tim Rogers is asking, are you guys going to the Royal?
No.
Okay.
Not this time.
This year. It's logistics. It's a lot of it's a long way to go, brother.
Oh yeah, and I think there's only what?
I'm fine with the Jack this year. Maybe down the line, maybe we'll do the Royal. I'd love to do the Jack again. That's was always our bucket list. That's what we always talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, the Royal, you can get the, the invitational side, but you still have the open side. I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not downplaying it. It's still the fucking Royal.
Right. No, it's still a big deal.
But the Jack is different.
Yeah. The prestige level of the Jack is a little.
Yeah. You can't just sign up and go cook the Jack. You need to do shit. At this point, I don't even know how many ways you can get into the Jack. Obviously, you win an auto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like Phil Breed and LC head to seven GCs.
Or you win a GC and you get a bung, right?
Or you get the bung. Shit. And I don't see him in here because of the fucking face. Thank you, Facebook. But Billy Gillespie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Bill gets to go every year, doesn't he? Because he's got 9 already.
I think so. Because I knew it was wasn't last year or the year before. He didn't get an automatic and he didn't get a bung call. But it was something, it was maybe his 10th year or going into, it would have been his 11th. Mm-hmm. So he already cooked 10 in a row or something. So he automatically got to go. So I think something like that, but there's a few different ways to do it. And none of them are easy.
No.
So to get the nod to go down to Lynchburg and do that is fantastic. Your 10th year is an auto. Okay. Thank you, Tim. NBL, what's up, brother? So that back to that day. Mm-hmm. The cook's done. The turn-ins are turned in. What's going through your mind at that point? And then what's going through your mind when your songs start playing?
Go ahead, Jeff.
It's a whole nother. I'll tell you, I like KCBS. I really like CBA. I just think that element, where they're playing your song, you know what I mean? You're getting a call and then they call. I think that's really cool. It's and then you get a 5 and then you get a 2 and then you get a 5 and then you get a 2 and then you got other guys, I don't fault. Jared watches that stuff. I don't pay attention to the scores.
It's the accountant.
He was already blubbering like a girl before we even got called.
Oh, you're running you got the abacus running around the whole time.
Yeah, like right after the cook, we always chill out. We have, a cocktail or two and we're hanging out and then we walk up to the awards and, like, hey, hopefully we get a call or two, and first category is chicken, and we're listening, 10, 9, you start going down, and this one always gets nervous when we don't get called right away, and it's like, hey man, you want to wait?
Was 4.
You want to wait? Yeah, and and we hear chicken fried, right? And we're like, oh shit, and then number 2, where we hear our song, and we're jumping up and going crazy.
No, Bill was 3. Bill was 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was cool to beat him. We had seen his recipe and stuff like that. So, but yeah, hearing that, and then the second category comes up, and you're hearing the same songs going. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, so we got a 2, we got a 5, and then pork. It's just funny, right? We're listening to pork, and before we put the pork in the box, Jeff's like, all right, what do we want to do? Money muscle? What do we want to do, right? And I'm like, Jeff, we got to go with the money muscle. Got to go with the money.
Hate money
he
muscle.
doesn't like money muscle, so he's always like afraid to put it in the box. But I'm like, Jeff, we got to go money muscle. All right. So listening to all these songs come and these names called, and all I hear is him say, "Fucking money muscle. You shouldn't put it in the box." Blah, 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 right? Right after that comes out of his mouth, here's our song. Boom. Second, right? I look over at him. I go, "Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth." Right? So then after that, I'm doing the math, right? And I'm, we had a 2, a 5, and a 2, and I'm like, brisket, please just don't suck. You know what I mean? Just be a good brisket. You don't have to be the best. Just be a good brisket, and we got 5th, and then I'm listening to the songs after that, trying to see, is somebody ahead of us, or I think we got this. I think we got this, and then you got other people telling you, oh, you got this, but you still don't know until until it happens. But then they go through the top 10, and yeah, sure enough, we were first, and yeah, I got a tear. It's a big deal. It's okay.
Oh, it's a huge deal. Oh, absolutely.
I cry over barbecue. What do you want me to say?
Hey, you can cry over a whole lot worse. That's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it was surreal. It was definitely surreal in the moment.
Yeah. So you get the call, you get the trophies, which were they were gorgeous trophies.
Oh, they're badass.
Matt had whoever made them.
He did a really nice job on the trophies.
Mm-hmm.
They were, I think it was either Diamond, right? Bristol Aggie or one of the vocational schools. They did an awesome job.
Yeah. It was the vocation kids who put them together. And if anybody hadn't seen the trophy in any of the posts, it was a cutout of Texas with a cutout of state of Rhode Island in the middle of it. It was a really cool trophy. Bristol Plymouth Vocational High School Metal Fab Shop did the trophies.
Yep.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Yeah, they were
awesome. They did a great job.
Absolutely. So you get the call, celebration starts. The rest of the day goes on. You get packed up, you head home, unpack, unwind. When does it really hit? Because if it was me, simply going off of me knowing me, it would take me a couple days.
It did.
To actually click that I'm going to the Jack. This wasn't a dream. Yes, I was there. I got the call, walk, got the trophy, celebration, everybody, congratulations, yada, yada, yada. But when did it really set in? And how long did it take you guys to submit the paperwork?
Go ahead, Jeff.
2 hours.
For the paperwork.
Matt said to me,
no time.
Hey, Pam's going to email you, and she expects a reply before the end of the night, he said. But we go home, I log on, right? I'm like, how is she going to know how to find me? And she sent it to me on Facebook. I filled it all out. And then, it's a big thing for us, logistic-wise. we didn't know what to do. I have a travel trailer that I use for when I deploy. We didn't know whether to bring a camper, rent a camper, so we ended up renting a bus. But long story short, logistic wise, I didn't know what to do. So we reached out to Pan. She was fantastic. Then turned this over to somebody else, the head grounds guy, and he said, "This is what you got to do. This is what I'm looking for." And I would tell you exactly what he said. Don't send in your paperwork late. You send it in late, I'll put you so fucking far away. You'll take you a day to get there. Soon as we got our application, it was done the same day.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So the paperwork gets in, and then you get to breathe a little bit. And
That's what you think until you start figuring out, all right, where are the wives going to stay? How are they getting down there? We had all that set up. What, Jeff? Within like 2 or 3 days, we had the hotel rooms booked, the rental car, the flight. Like,
oh, you guys went full bore.
Oh yeah.
Well, I figured, it was
just get it over with.
We already knew it wasn't like getting a bung, per se. We had the auto, so we already knew it was a done deal. So we just started booking it before everything got booked up.
Yeah.
Because soon as they started that drop, people knew who were going, and they're looking for hotels. They got big crews going down too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, so you guys just went feet to the fire and let it rip.
Yeah, man. No breath was taken until all that was done. Once all the logistics were figured out, then it's like, all right, we can breathe a little.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a smart play.
No. Yep. Just keep the momentum going.
Well, you got to do it. You're not going to have much time. It's not like you're going to Kansas City where there's a million hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And then the next week we went to Connecticut and Brandon won.
Yeah.
Brandon and Ken.
Oh, fuckers.
I love it. Oh man. Oh. All right. So all the paperwork's in, all the hotels are booked, everything's T's are crossed, I's are dotted, the whole nine. Now you guys just wait.
Yeah.
How is that eating at you? Because now, like you said, before we were on the air, we were talking about this time next week you'll be leaving.
Well, you think 4 months is a while, but it's not. Once you start thinking about, all these different ancillary categories, what are we going to do for that? How are we going to submit that? What are we going to decorate all the platters with? Who's going to do what? How are we going to get all this shit down there? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's waiting, but it's also a little hectic too, because you got a lot to figure out in, a short amount of time. You only have a few months because you want to practice everything too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to just show up there and, throw some shit on a platter and say, here you go. I mean, it's the Jack. You want to do it big and make sure what you're submitting, you take pride in, and, hopefully the people that are eating it like it, so.
It's the Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. For sure. Great reference. Great reference. Yeah. Actually, Jared, you're the first person who's brought that up on the ancillary contests. What are the ancillaries for this year? Or, did they change them from year to year? I've never actually heard someone, because everybody's just about, the main categories, the main turn-ins.
Yeah.
So what are the categories, and are you guys firing all of them, or?
You know what? We were saying, we're going to the Jack. We're going big. We're diving in head first, both feet, whatever you want to say. But so the day of the 4 meet, there's a barbecue sauce category, a chef's choice category, which is whatever you want to cook. And then there's a dessert category that comes after the 4 primaries. The day before, there's 2 different contests. One is a drink contest, which only 5 teams get chosen for. and
Oh.
somebody from your team has to go in and make a cocktail, and the main spirit in it needs to be Jack Daniels, and you need to have a story with it, or and make a really good drink. They only give out first place. And then at the same time, they're also doing they call it's called I Know Jack. It's like it's similar like Chopped on Food Network, where you go there. So you have 2 cooks. There's only 7 teams that get to do it. You have 2 cooks, and they give you a mystery box, and they tell you have to make an entree, 2 sides, and a dessert or an appetizer. Now you have to bring all your own utensils, and you only get to bring 1 spice. So, you're limited to what you're making, but there's only 7 teams. And, so I like to cook at home. So I like to be creative. So I'm kind of hoping we get chosen for that. You can't do both, but, we put our name in the hat for both, and we'll see what happens.
So you're not going to know till you get there.
Thursday at 4
No, you don't know until Thursday.
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah.
So that makes it even more interesting.
So like I'm saying, you wait, but at the same time, you're preparing yourself for all this stuff, and you might not even get chosen for the drink or the I Know Jack, the chopped one. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to, prep yourself. You got to try the drink, which is okay. Who doesn't like to taste cocktails? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but, you're preparing all that stuff too. And then, figuring out how you're going to get it all down there. With the limited space that you have, so but we figured if we're going to the Jack, obviously we want to go again. That's another goal, but the first time we're gonna go big, and who doesn't want to hear their name called? And we figure the more things you enter in, the better your chance, right?
So, absolutely. Throw your name in everything. It doesn't. That doesn't matter. Hey, Chef Johnny, what's up, brother? Our beef loving Texan champion. He loves showing me that belt buckle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That he went. So
I gotta give the Texas guys credit. They got some really cool shit down there.
Yeah,
they did some cool stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they got it dialed in for sure. For sure. Just don't put beans in the chili. You'll never hear at the end of it.
We don't.
Nope. No beans.
I think I do it now for spite.
Yeah.
Because I know it drives them shithouse. So not only can't they it takes them a minute to understand what I'm saying, it also gets them going with the whole bean thing. Well, that's what my mother made. That's what I made. Beans go in chili. And I'll stand with it, chef. He'll start texting me, attacking me. I'll guarantee it. It's hilarious. Love you, buddy. Love you. So I've asked everybody this. Did you make sure you got your reservations to Miss Mary Bobo's?
You know what? I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So soon as we got the order, right, and we started doing all this shit, I called and made reservations. And then they're like 1 to 3. They got a serving at 1. They got a serving at 3. We didn't know what time we were getting there Thursday. Now we know what time we're getting there. I don't know what time the girls were coming in because they were going to go to Nashville and land. Yeah. So we didn't end up doing it. I'll do it next year. God open.
All right.
And I mean, for me, I'm taking time off from my job, and I'm an accountant. I work at a hospital group, and this is our fiscal year end. So me getting this time off was already tough enough. So, and my my supervisor and bosses have been really cool about it. But I'm getting really lucky just to be able to take this time off with my job. So that was. We're leaving Tuesday night. We probably would have left earlier if I could have gotten the time off. So some of that's a little bit on me, but you do with what you can. Your boss is an ass.
It's me.
Oh, here we go, Matt Pereira. I'm gonna have to see if there will be a buckle in New England next year.
Just make sure it's me, Matt. We're big guys,
Yeah. Oh, and then here we go.
Brown.
And here we go. This is what I get. Chef, I can translate so you can understand tonight's show. You son of a bitch, you. We got a little typo here, but it's no longer chili. It is then chili with beans. I got you, Chef. I got you.
Except
I
we
just
spelled
like
it wrong.
I know, child, and he's a teacher. Go figure that.
Hey, Jeff's one to talk. He sends me text messages that I have to decipher all the time. Takes me 5 minutes.
Because I got a short finger.
Well, the nub.
Hey, you can get into tight spaces.
Yeah,
you guys are not the truth, brother.
Hey, he goes
right.
knuckle deep in his nose with it, you know?
Hey, it works every time.
Yeah.
Matt says frying pan size. There you go. Now that's a hell of a belt buckle.
No shit.
I'm going to go back a little bit about the CBA contest itself. You know, and Jeff, you were saying, you know, you love KCBS, but you really liked the CBA. Now, I had stopped by for support and, you know, trying to get some coverage, which the internet down there sucked, but that's a whole different thing. Me and fucking internet. I'm a low-tech man in a high-tech world, so I'm up shit creek without a paddle here. But I personally, now, like I said, I didn't cook in it. I was just hanging out.
Yeah.
But from my observations and the feeling I got, it was a lot
laid back.
Yes, it was much more laid back than the KCBS. Now we keep the KCBS stuff pretty goddamn laid back, you know. But
you know,
it's
what I think is that because of the hour turn-in window, which I understand for CBA, you know, down south in wherever the fuck they live, down south or out west or whatever, you know, there's 75, 80 teams.
Yeah.
You know, you can't make that turn in 30 minutes. You know, and KCBS guys, you know, you push that window 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Then you got 30 extra minutes. It's like a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
You know, but then you're still crunching and worrying about it. I always worry about time. Jared says I'm a nut job, but
no, time is important. Time is important.
He gets all flustered.
But it is. I asked Jared. I think that it was a lot more relaxing, and it was a great time. I'm telling you, I'll do everyone that he does. They're just fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the setup. Like I said, I was just there hanging out, but I was trying to get the real full feel of it. So I was able to get in on the judges' meeting, see how everything got set up, see how they were explaining to the judges, this is different.
Yeah,
this isn't KCBS. So, you know, first and foremost, you can't touch the meat.
Right.
You know, it's all by plastic, fork, and knife. You know, so you look at the box, you make your decision and your score for appearance. Then you cut into each protein and get your bite. And, you know, so that was interesting. Then they were like, listen, you know, he goes, because there were some KCBS judges, and they go, listen, it's different. That some of the proteins are going to seem overdone. But to use a plastic fork and knife, you have to in order to get the cut from that particular protein. You know, so it was a lot different. Like you were saying, Jeff, that hour turn-in, I absolutely loved. And everybody I've talked to said the same thing.
Yep.
More laid back, that extra time. So if you find yourself running behind, you can catch up a little bit. Or we've all been there. We're hitting our timelines, and you're like, you know, if I only had a little bit more time for my brisket, I think it would have scored better. Well, you just got an extra half an hour.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's pork. You know, for us, it's pork. you know, we cook full pork butts. We don't mess around with collars or, you know, just money muscles. We cook the whole butt because you never know what part of the butt you might need, you know. So, you know, that extra time definitely helped us out there. And it also gives you a little extra time to make sure your box looks the best that it can. You know, there's no garnish. So, you know, you want to fill the box. You want to make sure there's no sauce sliding everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Just take those extra couple of minutes just to make sure that, you know, your box is on point for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a great point too, Dad, with the no garnish. You got to take an extra little bit of thought of like you said, the protein sliding in the box, you know, because with the garnish in there, it's kind of cradled,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not going to have a whole lot of movement. Eastwind Farms, you're right. Nothing worse than a sloppy box. Leave it to you, Chris. Leave it to you, brother.
Depends what time of day, I guess.
Oh, fantastic. Let's see. But yeah, I enjoyed the CBA, and you know, if everything works well, or at least a lot better than this year, I'm gonna do pretty. I'm gonna try to do every CBA Matt and Enrico put together. So
yeah, they did an amazing job, both of them. I mean,
yeah,
They did it. Yeah, I'm tell you, that kid went out on a limb. He did they did a great job. He stuck his neck out and it worked out, and I'm glad. You know, like Jack, we'll do every single one. I prefer him over KCBS, to be honest with you. You know?
Yeah, I love the fact of everything about it. Like I said, I got the opportunity to see all aspects of it. You know, I saw it from you guys' end. I saw it from the promoters' end. I saw it from the reps' end, the judges' end. So I really encompassed that whole weekend. You know, I took it all in. But yeah, I can't wait to cook in it. Absolutely, for sure. Daddy Dutch Mags, I'm waiting for my plane ticket. Come on, brother. Come on. Matt says he's looking at 5.
It'll be the Triple Crown.
Absolutely. Oh, that'll be good. All right. So you's all settled. You got everything booked, got it done early. So now the waiting game begins. But like you were saying, not much of a waiting game. You know, because I like your mind frames.
Yep.
That you're still thinking about it. And
yeah,
you're trying this, you're trying that, and you're making sure everything's dialed in. You have your preparations if your name does get called for the drink, for the dessert, for the you don't know Jack.
Yep.
Oh shit.
The
sauce,
Whatever.
you know.
Yep.
I took it all in Johnny Maggs on his first night in prison. Jesus Christ. These are friends. You know what I mean? Jesus.
Hey, with friends like these, you don't need any enemies, I guess, huh?
No, I'm sure they are good friends, buddy.
They are. Dad, you know, yeah. Look, it took it all in, son of a bitch. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything for the world, because as much as the ball busting goes between all of us, we're all there for each other in a blink of an eye if we need it. So
it's all love, right, brother? All love.
100%. So I suppose with everything that's going on down there, is there one particular thing you're hoping to do or see while you're there, not barbecue related, I suppose? Or it could be, for that matter, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, we are going to Nashville on Sunday, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. You know, my wife and I have never been to Nashville, so I'm looking to seeing that, obviously, after the competition. So that's something I'm looking forward to, not barbecue related. You know, and then just seeing the distillery, you know, Lynchburg, all that, you know. Everybody talks it up, so I'm excited to see it firsthand.
Yeah. Yeah, Nashville is a beautiful town.
Mm-hmm.
It is fantastic. If you get a chance, hit up Pat Martin from Martin's Barbecue Joints in Nashville, and also Kerry Bringle at Peg Leg Porker.
Okay.
He has their restaurant. Kerry has the one restaurant, Peg Leg Porker, and Pat has, I think there's actually 3
Oh, cool.
restaurants. The main one is in downtown.
Okay.
But absolutely fantastic. Absolutely
Awesome.
fantastic. And the crazy thing is, and now it's been a few years since I've been down there, but you never know who you're gonna run into.
That's what they say.
You never know who you're gonna run into.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild times. I was sitting down there one year, and it was earlier in the afternoon. Nothing, just a couple people were walking in. I'm sitting at the bar of where the hell was I? Was I at Tootsie's? Might have been Tootsie's. And this guy walks in, sits next stool over. So there was a stool in between me and him.
Like urinals.
Yeah. It was very gentlemanly set up. We left the bumper. We still got room to stretch. And I'm sitting there and, talking to the bartender, ordering the thing, and, turned over and, hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Good.
It was just cellmate from prison.
Well played, Jeff. Well played. So we're sitting there and, and just small talk. I'm like, hey, you need another beer? Yeah, that'll be great. So get him a beer, and then we start the conversation, and it's just literally 2 guys having a conversation. And the guy goes to me, he goes, "All right, I need to fucking stop you right now." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Be honest with you, you're freaking me the fuck out." I'm like,
Why?
"All right." He goes,
That's
"Do you know who I am?" I go, "Yeah, I know who you are. Do you know who you are?" I go, "I know who you are, and I'm not going to bother you because of who you are."
Right.
And then he goes, "Oh, okay, I like that. That's different." He goes, "Well, obviously, I'm Bobby, and you're Johnny." "Yes, sir." It was Bob Ritchie, a.k.a. Kid Rock.
Wow, no shit. That's fucking
So
cool.
we're sitting down there with the Tootsies, we're having beers, and at that point, we're just hooting and hollering. We're having a great fucking time. So we're getting another round, and all of a sudden, an arm comes up in between us, grabs him, and goes, "You're a little far from Michigan, boy." I turn around. It's Hank Williams Jr.
Holy shit.
And it was right at the time when they did
the Hillbilly song.
It was a Hillbilly song, or there was on whatever album it was, they did a duet that they both teamed up on a song on one of Kid Rock's albums.
Yep.
Next thing you know, they're on stage. People are running around because now the word's going to get out. Dude, within 10 minutes, the place is packed.
No shit.
Because the word got out that Hank Jr. and Kid Rock
on stage
playing at Tootsie's.
Yeah, no shit.
Absolutely crazy. Uncle Steve, what's up? But yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that's really
cool. And even some of the house bands, what they call house bands.
Right.
There's no slugs in Nashville. We've been a whole bunch of times. There's not one band you see down there that are terrible, Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. But guys, I appreciate your time. I am so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Go down, represent New England. Teach some of them Southern people true English. and
Where the
tell
A's
them,
and the R's
remember,
are.
it started up here. It
Yeah.
all started up here. Then everybody moved.
Yeah, that's right.
So
We were
this
first.
is the real English.
That's
it.
right. This is
We're first.
the King's English.
That's right. But guys, like I said, thank you so much for your time. Great hearing the story about that day, and what it all means to you to go down there and do what you love.
Mhm.
And like I said last week to Brandon and Ken, I go, don't mean shit coming from me, but my tips for the Jack, but just go down there and cook.
Yep.
That's it.
Cook what you do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
put it in the box, and let it roll.
That's it, brother.
There it is. Tim Rogers, 100%, and I'm going to steal this every time now. It is a Boston butt, right?
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you
That's
go.
right. But guys, like I said, thank you. Good luck. Safe travels. Give them
Johnny.
hell down there. Where can everybody
Johnny.
find you guys on social media?
Go ahead, Jared. You take that.
So we're on Instagram, Facebook, Waypoint Bbq. We're on TikTok. Jeff figured that out somehow. I don't know how, but so we're on all the major ones. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're always doing events. We're doing an event at a brewery on Saturday. We're doing a car show on Sunday. So, follow us on social media. Come check us out. You might really find some good New England barbecue you really like.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, like I said, thank you guys. I appreciate and give it hell, brothers. Give it hell.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Johnny.
That's it, guys. That's Waypoint. Jared and Jeff from Waypoint Bbq on their way to the Jack, representing New England. Thank you all for tuning in. I've been looking at the numbers of the viewers. Thank you all who normally watch on the Facebook side to hitting that link and jumping over and catching the live on the YouTube side. I appreciate it because I'm probably going to spend at least the rest of the night trying to figure out what the fuck happened and get it all straightened out. Number thing, I finally get the mic straightened out. Now I'm into fucking Facebook timing out on goddamn StreamYards. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you all for tuning in. Tune in next week when I have the defending grand champion of the Jack, Urkel of Uncle Pigs, joining us and get his perspective on going to the Jack and walking away with the whole shebang, world champion. So that'll be a good time. Check that out next week. Questions and comments, please send them to pitlifebbq at gmail, pitlifebbqpodcast at gmail.com. Subscribe, like, rate, review, hit that share button. Any of the podcast audio listeners, if you could, please, it means a lot and helps the show. 5-star rating, quick little review. I'd appreciate it. Get the word out more and more. But thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.